to Johnson, and he gets down close. Looks like he's about a half-yard short. Ball inside the 1. Johnson again. Yep. This time he is hit by Jack Reynolds and knocked backwards, if you can believe that. 11th play in this drive coming up. Anderson will look and throw. Alexander does not get in. They give the touchdown, I don't know. The 49ers don't think he made it. Just on the bottom of that pile, Jack Reynolds again, number 64. That's a team effort for San Francisco's defense.
Craig batters his way to the goal line. He goes in for a 49er touchdown. And the 49ers are leaving the Miami Dolphins far to the rear now.
Weiss has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana, touchdown, John Taylor.
This is complete domination. The 49er offense has beaten the Denver Bronco defense every way it...
From the 44, they fake it to Floyd. Young to the air, Young to Jerry Rice. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Well, that's quite a statement their defense made. To handle the middle of the football field, and Frank, I have dumbfounded as to what they're doing.
Good move to the outside on Carrington.
Founded and backed by the GOAT himself, Goat Fuel is a great tasting energy drink without the crash. Use our affiliate link below to save 10% on all Goat Fuel energy drinks. Help out the show and save 10% at the official Niner online store by using our affiliate link in the description below. Go to seatgiant.ca to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out the show. The website again, seatgiant.ca, promo code Niner Faithful Radio. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner Faithful R on X.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into 95 Radio's post-game show. I'm your host, Jaymie, here to go over a quick little recap of the game with the 49ers having a victory over the Atlanta Falcons and a matchup between Kyle Shanahan and Raheem Morris, who is the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. So Niners won 10-20. It was an interesting game. It was interesting to see how the defense would bounce back after losing Fred Warner last week. And honestly, overall, the defense held in there for the most part. Definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Robert Saleh is doing a master class in keeping this defense together. It's honestly kind of insane. For the most part, it's really crazy. And honestly, it's been a lot of fun to watch, to be honest, because when Robert Saleh came back, I didn't realize how much we missed him when he left to the Jets for his first head coaching job. It's been so nice having him back. And keeping these young guys rallied and hanging in there. I mean, it's a tough job, man, and he's really doing phenomenal. Tatum Bartholomew, I think is how you say it, stepped in for Fred Warner tonight. He'll be taking over for Fred while Fred is recovering, and he played really solidly. He did a really solid job coming in and helping and taking over for Fred. It is quite a big task, and like I said, these young guys are going to get a lot of playing time with all these injuries out, which is it sucks, but it's also really beneficial because it's going to help these young guys come in and grow and develop their skills, which is really fun to watch. Have that on that. I want to say a quick shout out to our friend David here. McNiner. Nice win. Let's go. Thank you for joining us, David. It's nice to see ya. Overall, just an interesting game. First game back after a little road trip, and Niners are kind of on this weird trajectory. Have a really bad loss, come back and look completely sharp the next week. So we'll just have to see what ends up happening. But overall, played a lot better than I thought they were going to. They looked pretty sharp. On the offense, we got Kittle back this week, and that helped the running game tremendously. McCaffrey had over 100 yards and had his touchdown tonight, and overall looked a lot better than he has since Kittle's been out. But just shows how messy our O-line is, so that's a whole other discussion. But yeah, we got Kittle back. Hopefully get some Ricky Pearsall and Ayuk news soon. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything. I've been trying to find some stuff on Ayuk. John Lynch has been pretty cagey about where Ayuk is at. I know he's been in his section training during practices and stuff. So nobody's really given a clear answer of where he's at in his recovery. Sometimes it looks like he's close, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll just have to see. But they desperately need some more offense skill position help. Mac Jones, no touchdowns tonight. Had that bad interception, but held in there. He is definitely good in crunch time. He really is. He's good at like the 2-minute drill, like ending games and stuff like that. He's done a pretty good job with that regard. So like it's been an interesting thing. Don't know where Brock Purdy's at with his injury. He was practicing last week. They're definitely going to be cautious with him after his setback after the Jags game. So we'll have to see what ends up happening, how many more he starts. I'm sure he would love a break so he can actually like heal his knee and start feeling better. Yeah, it's a tough one. But yeah, let's see. Other than that, it's been an interesting game. Let's see. But nothing for Kittle tonight. He didn't catch any of his targets. His first game back, I think this was him coming in to like get like just get back into it, get in the swing of things, and stuff like that for this game. So overall, like interesting game. We'll see how next week goes. It was, I mean, not the most exciting Sunday night game, but overall, like, you know, win's a win. Niners, such a weird season, man. Niners are 5-2 now, and it feels like they're like 1-5. It's wild, with all the injuries. But I will say this: the broadcast mentioned something that I do want to bring up before we go into the box score. Talk about for a minute, but the coaching job that Kyle and Robert Saleh have been doing on the offense and defense to keep this team going despite all the injuries, all the turnover, next man up, all that is actually kind of insane. I really don't know if I've ever seen a team this hurt before. I'm sure has to exist at some point, but we'll see what ends up like. It's just kind of a wild ride this season. And I just got to commend Kyle and Saleh for just like hanging in there and keeping these guys like grinding and like letting the young guys play, which I think is a tremendous thing. David, it is a weird season. I concur. I think that is like the best way to describe it because it has been such a strange thing. We've had hardly any Brock Purdy, except for like 2 games. Mac Jones has come in, has looked really solid, really good, and somehow we're pulling out games that we shouldn't win, and we're losing games that we should win. It's just weird. Just a weird season, man. So we'll have to keep seeing what ends up happening. Fred Warner was there at the game. He's obviously recovering. He had his surgery to fix his ankle, so he's officially on the mend. So all positive vibes out to Fred, and hopefully his recovery goes smoothly and there's no setbacks or anything like that. And yeah, we'll just have to keep updated with the Brock Purdy stuff. They mentioned like his thing with his turf toe, it's very easy to re-aggravate it. So that's definitely the problem. We'll just have to see. Hopefully it feels better soon. These kinds of injuries are my worst nemesis because they're so hard to like manage and to like deal with. So, yeah, we'll keep updated with Brock. All right, let's go over the box score real quick, guys. All right. Mac Jones, 17 for 26, 152, average 5.8, no touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 sack. He had a 64.9 rating. Not his best game at all. Atlanta was definitely pressuring him quite a lot, and it was tough. So we'll have, but I mean, he hung in there and got him the win, and that's all that really matters. All right, on to the rushing. Christian McCaffrey, 24 carries, 129 yards, 5.4 average, 2 touchdowns. Longest was 15. Beautiful. Brian Robinson Jr., 9 carries, 36 yards, no touchdowns. His longest was 10. Robinson Jr. is a very good change of pace running back. When he comes in, it definitely changes it up, which is very nice, and I think it's helping McCaffrey, especially with this game. Yeah, Mac Jones scrambled a little bit, scrambled for 11 yards, 5 carries, 2.2. His longest is an 8-yard carry. And then just had struggled tonight with rushing the ball. So we'll do that. McCaffrey tonight was obviously not as good in the receiving game, which is what he's been doing really well so far. But he still did solid, 7 for 72 yards, 10.3 average. Caught almost all of his targets, only missed one. His longest was 17. Juwan, 4 for 31, 7.8. Sky Moore, 1 for 15. Kendrick Bourne, 2 for 14. Luke Farrell, 1 for 11. Kyle, 1 for 10. And that's pretty much it. But that's Alfred Collins, 1 recovery. Michael Penix Jr., 1 fumble, 1 loss. What's that? Bethune, 10 overall tackles, 4 solo, 1 tackle for loss. And then there's 2 sacks from Sam and from Bryce. For Huff has been really solid. I've really, really liked him so far this year. He's been really good. I've quite enjoyed it. Enjoy him playing. Like I said, the defense overall played as well as it possibly played pretty solid about Fred Warner, which is one of their staples. So it's actually quite impressive. Let me double check, make sure it's all the sacks. Yep. Yeah, and then Eddie Pinheiro has been really solid. Hasn't missed yet with his field goals or his extra points since he missed that one first coming over here. He's played really well. Jake Moody is actually doing pretty good over in Chicago, so good for him. Looks like it was just a change of scenery that he needed to do and stuff. So, it looks like it's all worked out. But overall, solid win. This team keeps building its wins, and it's just they're such a weird team, man. It's going to be kind of wild to see how they look, how the rest of the season goes. But 5-2 with everything that's happened is quite honestly a miracle. So, this team, while they might not look pretty, they are tough and they are gritty. And I think if they do end up making a playoffs, I think they'll try to give some teams some trouble. We'll see. I don't want to speak that into existence, but I just think they're a really, really gritty team. And I think when you have gritty teams, those are the dark horses, the more dangerous guys to worry about. So, but yeah, overall, like I said, really, really solid win. Any other comments, anything I missed? I try to leave a lot of the in-depth stuff for the guys on Tuesdays so that it's not too repetitive. But overall, it's solid win. Atlanta definitely pressured Mac Jones, so we'll have to see how that goes moving forward. And the fact that Herbert Saleh was blitzing a little bit more, trying to get some pressure, was quite interesting. So we'll have to see. But yeah, overall, solid game. Not too much else left to say. And yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in for me. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your Victory Monday. I'll see you guys next week for the next game. And as always, go Niners. Have a good night, guys.